Okay, so first thing we want to do is we want to have the chicken, yeah. They're saying for the wings first. Okay. So you want to have it breast down, and I found if you grab a hold of those wings
And break, yep.
break
You
bring
know
them
what I
in
do.
and break them. See, that just popped right there. Now you can see how the knuckles came
Bone,
apart. I
yep.
can take that right apart,
And then the
and I
wing.
can use my knife
leg.
and just go right in between, making sure that my hand's out of the way.
Simple and easy.
Here's one.
Oh, mine, good.
Pop.
Told you, knocked out.
Really use your fingers. This works better with the smaller chickens than it does with larger chickens. With the larger
I did
chickens,
with the turkey too.
a lot of times you can't feel those knuckles with the larger chickens.
You just break it with turkey too.
What's that?
I do that to the turkey sometimes too.
Yeah.
Because I don't like cooking the whole turkey like they do it. I like breaking it like that.
Okay, so I'm going to feel in here with my fingers, and I'm going to feel for that knuckle and where the two meet. Okay, so I can feel that there's a bone right there, and then it's kind of rounded. So that's where I'm going to, this is where you use the tips of your knife. You can cut right in. Whereas when we were chopping things the other day, we were saying to use the bulk of the knife because you have more pressure. When you're trying to do really intricate cuts and things, that's when you want to use the tip of your knife. Okay, so I can feel that I've got that apart. Yeah.
Two Pit restaurant up there,
Now, Bruce was saying how he did several a day on his job. And he says, oh my goodness, I would do 200 chickens in a day. I said, well, great, then you're an expert at this. And for those folks, they want to get every single piece. I'm not finding the knuckle. Every single piece. Whenever I do it, I'm not worried about getting every piece because I take the carcass that's left and use that to make soup. Okay, so I'm going to use the power of this knife. There we go. Now I found it. All right.
you need a Cutco knife.
This one's pretty sharp. She sharpened it before she came here. A lot of times if you just cut back on that skin a little bit so that you can see things and move things around, that skin holds on to everything, doesn't it? There we go. That's what I wanted. And then I can find that knuckle right there. Cut right in between the knuckles.
Big dog.
There we go. That one went nice. That one went nice. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing with these legs. Okay. I'm going to just go ahead and take away some of the skin because that tends to hold things together. And you notice I never cut towards my body. I try to always cut towards the surface, but with something like this, it's just impossible to always cut towards the surface. Okay, so again, if we grab both legs, flip them around to the back, and feel where that knuckle just moved.
You're hurting your chicken.
Pardon?
You're hurting your chicken.
So, cut off the wings down through the joint, cut the skin between the legs and the body. To see where the leg connects to the body and put down the knife. Yes, that's the other thing. You don't want to be holding on to the knife while you're trying to feel for these things. Oh, good. Here's my knuckle. Hooked right through.
So there's your finger.
Okay. So then I can slice that right down. There we go. We are going to take the skin off of our chicken because
Before I would have said that's the best part for me,
I
though.
know. But you know,
I haven't ate skin like that in years because I've been on a diet.
oh, good for you. Good for you. And not just the skin, but this
All the fat.
this fatty.
Yeah.
area down here, and again, like I said, I try to, as often as I can, not cut towards me. And with intricate things, I'm using the point of the knife, whereas dicing and cutting up vegetables, I'm using the
Just watch the knife.
large part of the knife. Okay.
Why the movie's not working, Mama?
I don't know. Go ask one of the ladies in there. Go ask Jane.
Where?
She's right in there with you.
So the more we can
There's
get the
another
skin
one coming.
away,
Another
um,
story.
Then
Aiden,
we
go back
can-
in the room.
pull it back away, and find that knuckle. There it is. So now I know where to cut.
I'm just scared of
I'm
it.
going to flip the whole thing around. It's easier to position this to get a clean cut than it is to try and use your knife at a bad angle. You shouldn't be cutting at a bad angle unless you absolutely have to. So, here we go. Skin right off of there. Now, you gotta remember also, I'm trying to do it so that it doesn't splash. Pretty good so far, I think. Whenever you're cutting raw chicken like this, you want to sanitize everything that came into contact with this. So we have a really simple recipe for you to use. All right, so now I'm going to go to my breast. The first thing you want to do is do a slice right onto one side of the breastbone. So that breastbone goes straight down the center. So I'm going to cut just a little bit. And again, I'm going to use the tip of my knife, and I'm just going to glide it right along that rib cage. And as it comes out, you're going to see where that rib cage is. Use your fingers to pull it back a little bit. Again, trying to use that claw, keep your fingers away from where you're cutting, the best that you can. Okay, now I'm at the bottom there. There we go. I'd rather pull it up and cut away from my body than cutting towards me. There's a nice big piece. So that's what you pay the big bucks for in the stores. That big piece. Another piece of bone left in there. I'll get that after. All right, so then you do the same thing on the other side. That looks less like a chicken now. Look at a mess. There's our wishbone. Make a wish. Okay, so I'm going to use the tip and I'm going to slide right along that breastbone until I can grab a hold of it.
And you're going to do the neck, or you're going to not include the neck?
What's that?
Are you going to use the neck?
I would use all of these pieces, and as
Yeah.
you can see, I'm not an expert at this, and people that do these, you know, hundreds in a day, they get every little piece of chicken out of there. I would rather take and boil this carcass and use it to make soup stock, or you can boil it and then use it for your vegetables. If you want that flavor, in like your mashed potatoes, instead of doing gravy, you can get a little bit of flavor in there.
It won't be oily though?
No, because I'm taking out all of the greasy stuff. That wouldn't go into my soup stock.
Okay.
I wouldn't put that. And some people do. Okay, so there's my other breast. Yay. So now what I've got left, if you did it well, there wouldn't be much left. But pretty much what's left here I would take and make my soup stock. There's still a little bit there
Yeah.
around the thighs just because I didn't cut it as closely as you could. But I would take this, throw it into right into some boiling water, add a couple pieces of celery, carrots, onions, and boil that down for about an hour or 2 hours. At least 1 hour, probably 2 hours. Those vegetables you can eat if you want to. They tend to be a little mushy
They've been
Um,
boiling for so long.
They've been boiling for so long. You're really trying to get the flavor out of there. And you're also taking some of the nutrients, because you're boiling them for a long time, those nutrients are going into that water.